Hey guys, how you doing? You alright? Woo! Good. I'm Jake Duthie, bipolar, bilingual, bicyclist. Yes. Just think how much faster the crazy can come at you on wheels, John Mark. Yeah, but I've been thinking about my bipolar hero recently, Vincent van Gogh, right? Because Vincent van Gogh, famously bipolar, famously cut his own ear off and gave it to a lover in what is easily the most misjudged romantic gesture of all time. Like, oh shit, you don't like it, do you? I can change it for another one. But that's it, like, everyone talks about the whole cutting the ear off thing, no one talks about the aftermath, right? And I find that weird. Because you know full well Van Gogh woke up every day, the rest of his life, like, oh, for fuck's sake, Vince. In my dream I was wearing sunglasses, now look at me. But I got my own bipolar problems, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but right now I am manic and I am also job hunting. Yes, I don't know if any of you guys have ever had mania, but that shit is not conducive to an interview environment, I've got to say. So I was in an interview the other day, I got asked the classic question, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And my manic brain was like, answer honestly. Honestly? Where does anyone want to be in 5 years' time? You know, I just want what anyone else would want. You know, I just want to be some form of woodland imp. I want to sit on a toadstool, play a little flute and make dark bargains with hikers. Yes. I can show you through the forest in exchange for the soul of your firstborn. Diddly, diddly, diddly. I'm still waiting to hear back. Any day now, guys, any day. All I want is to just get back into my old job, right? Because I used to be a tree surveyor, you know? I used to love that job, you know? I love trees, I love being around trees. My only note with the job, it was really hard not to appear creepy, you guys, because, guys, my job was going around wooded areas carrying binoculars. That is not a good look. You know, where they got a lot of trees, parks, and schools. Trust me, you do not want to be at work asking yourself the question, I wonder what is the least nonsense way I can emerge from this hedge. I mean, I've settled on this, you guys see what you think, but, No, be not afraid, I am the tree man. Doesn't work, more unsettling, if anything, you know? Oh, jeez, where am I next? Okay, shit, right, okay. Well, we're going to get serious again, we're going to get back to the mental illness stuff, because I don't know if you guys know, but all is not well. There is turmoil in the bipolar community. You know, more so than usual, anyway. I don't know if you guys heard, there's a turf war a-brewing. And this is going to get me in trouble with Barbara, because on one side, those with bipolar disorder, on the other, those with borderline personality disorder. Yes. It's all over who gets to keep the much-coveted BPD acronym. Yes. Yeah, the stakes are high, people. What's the alternative? Just BP? Fuck that. I've got enough on my plate. I've got enough on my plate without people thinking I'll ruin the Gulf of Mexico, like. And granted, you know, like all bipolar people, when I'm in the depths of depression, battling my demons, I've been known to dip a seagull or two in crude oil, you know. You know, just to feel something. My point is, I have limits, unlike some oil conglomerates I could mention. Yeah, me and Barbara are going to be having fisticuffs later. It's going to get fucking real. Oh shit, it's on now. This turf war nearly came to a head recently though, because I found out through the grapevine that a group had taken the name BPD on Reddit, right? And I thought, oh, those borderline pendejos, they've done it now. But then I checked and it wasn't the borderline pendejos, no. Big piss drinkers. Yeah. And I was shocked, I was disgusted. I thought, who the fuck do these people think they are? But then I thought, you know what? Who am I to judge the big piss drinkers? Because these people have done two things that most of us would never dare to do, you know? And the second of those things is They made themselves the bad guys. So that bipolar and borderline could unite against a common enemy. These people drank from the cup of piss that we may all drink from the cup of peace. All I'm saying is I'm looking at the state of the world thinking maybe we could use a few more big piss drinkers out here. I'll drink to that. But I'm not just, a mentally ill tree guy, no, I'm a big old nerd as well. I really like anime. Have we got any anime fans in? Woo! Oh shit, all 10 of us are in, goddamn! See you nerds at Comic-Con, hey! No, but if you don't like anime, I would recommend you give it a go, right? Because anime can give you things that other forms of media just can't, right? Like the fun kind of cultural appropriation. Now stick with me here. So I think we can all agree, the spectre of European imperialism looms large. It's not appropriate for white people to be appropriating other people's cultures right now. But non-white people appropriating white people's shit. Sign me up, because that shit is hilarious, guys. Like, you have not lived until you have heard a white people name constructed by someone who has never left Japan. Because even when the names are correct, and they're not always, and we will get into that, but even when they are, they can sound off, right? So in one of my favourite shows, two of the main villains, right, are the devious King Rod and remorseless serial killer Kenny the Ripper. Yes. Now, you're not going to get that in a Marvel movie, are you? Like, Thor's not going to rock up like, guys, quick, we've got to stop these dastardly evildoers, Kenneth and Rodney. Kenneth and Rodney do not sound like enemies of humanity. Kenneth and Rodney sound like they run a bespoke carpentry firm in Dundee. That was from a writer who did some research, right? Like, I once watched a show written by a guy who was clearly like, fuck it, it's just white people names, so how can it be? Which is an attitude that I wholly endorse, because guys, there was like a kind of cheeky New York wise guy, 1920s street urchin character, right? And John Mark, if you were to name a 1920s wise guy New York street urchin, what would you call him?
Capone.
Capone. Not exactly original, but I will take it. My favourite response I ever got, right? I asked this proper old school Cockney guy, right? And not a moment's hesitation. Bugsy arsehole. I'm not going to lie, it was so quick I thought maybe he's been sitting on this for a little while. Finally, my new gritty Bugsy Malone reboot is off the ground. Okay, maybe that was the wrong place to try that new bit, but hey ho. But anyway, do you guys want to know what this character's name was?
Yes.
Your enthusiasm is deafening. Do you want to know what this guy's fucking name was?
Yes!
His name was Jacuzzi Splot. That is not a people name. That is a kind of mildew, surely. Oh God, this is the worst case of Jacuzzi Splot I've ever seen. I'm afraid the only option is to burn your hot tub. Anyway, but I'm not just a nerd for anime either. I'm also a big fan of history. And I've got something very special for you guys tonight. I don't know if you guys heard. Recently a manuscript was unearthed that contained medieval stand-up comedy, right? Yeah.
Ooh.
And I was dubious, but it turns out some of these jokes are genuinely timeless. So, if I may, this is a pose that was popular in the 14th century. Doth any fellows here gathered useth the apse? Verily, I do receive no less than 30 dick etchings a day. Answer me, crowd, whomst amongst thee be wed? Whomst amongst thee be wed?
All of us.
And whomst remaineth uncoupled? Hark, for doth not the latter group respond with far greater many mens? You know what, fuck stand-up comedy, I want to be a jester. Anyway, this is about my time, so I'm Jake Duthie. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is @DuthieJake, and if you want to follow me in real life, you can join me after the show, frolicking in a glade.